The galaxy had changed. What began as a single vote against Earth had become a galactic awakening. Humans, underestimated and dismissed by the Galactic Council, had grown into a formidable force, liberating colonies, disrupting fleets, and proving that courage and ingenuity could overcome even the most advanced technology. Captain Arya Daniels stood on the bridge of the Earth Command Station, now fully equipped with upgrades from captured Council ships. She watched the stars, feeling the weight of history in the making. "This is it," she said softly. "The Council will come for us again. But this time, we won't just defend. We'll decide the outcome." Lieutenant Chen, monitoring tactical feeds, nodded. "Our intelligence shows the Council is assembling their largest fleet yet. They want to crush us before we take more systems. But they're moving exactly where we expected." Arya smiled. "Then we're ready." The Council's fleet approached the Sol system with full force. Massive warships bristling with energy weapons and shields moved in disciplined formations. Hundreds of smaller vessels formed defensive grids while elite strike teams prepared for planetary invasions. They had calculated every possible outcome, or so they thought. Humans, however, did not rely solely on calculations. They relied on creativity, unpredictability, and unity. Every move was planned, but flexibility was built into the plan. Arya gave the order. "Deploy all ships. Activate stealth squadrons. Coordinate AI systems. This is humanity's moment." The first engagement was chaotic. Council warships fired massive energy beams, attempting to pierce Earth's orbital defenses. Stealth fighters darted between the beams, using advanced cloaking systems and precise strikes to disable key weapons. Decoy ships drew fire away from critical stations. Humans had learned from every previous battle. They knew the enemy's tactics, anticipated their responses, and turned their technology against them. Alien officers struggled to adapt. Their formations broke apart as Earth's fleet struck in unexpected patterns. Rajiv, standing beside Arya, could barely hide his excitement. "They still think they can outfight us with brute force," he said. "They don't understand humans," Arya nodded. "They never do." The battle escalated. Human forces pushed beyond Earth's orbit, striking at supply lines, command ships, and strategic installations. Alien fleets previously confident were now on the defensive. Every Council strike was met with clever countermeasures, ambushes, and adaptive tactics. On board one of the captured Council warships, human engineers worked to enhance energy shields, weapon systems, and propulsion. Every system was tuned for maximum efficiency and unexpected strategies. Humans were not just reacting, they were dictating the battlefield. Meanwhile, liberated colonies joined the fight. Rebel fleets, previously hesitant, now launched coordinated attacks on Council positions. Humans guided these efforts, providing tactical support, intelligence, and leadership. The galaxy watched in amazement. A single species had inspired a coalition capable of challenging the Council itself. Colonial citizens cheered as Council ships were disabled or captured. Children waved at the fleets. Engineers repaired ships under fire, and soldiers fought with bravery that defied alien expectations. Humans had not only survived, they had created hope and unity across the stars. The Council, frustrated and desperate, deployed their ultimate weapon, a massive dreadnought armed with experimental energy cannons capable of destroying entire fleets. They believed this final strike would crush humanity and restore control, but humans were ready. Arya ordered a coordinated assault. Stealth squadrons approached unseen, disabling critical systems on the dreadnought. AI-guided missiles targeted weak points in its hull. Human pilots maneuvered with precision, exploiting every flaw. When the dreadnought finally fell, it was not with a simple explosion, but with a symphony of human strategy, courage, and ingenuity. The Council fleet's morale collapsed. They had never faced an opponent like this, clever, relentless, and united. In the Council chambers, panic spread. Delegates shouted over one another. Vethkor slammed a clawed hand on the Council table. "They are not a planet. They are not weak. They are unstoppable." Other delegates whispered of revolt, rebellion, and the shifting allegiances of colonies. The Council's power, once absolute, now hung by a thread. Their vote against Earth, meant to suppress a minor species, had unleashed a force beyond their control. Humanity seized the momentum. Fleet after fleet advanced into Council-controlled space, liberating key worlds. Ground teams disabled command centers, and communication networks broadcast messages of unity and freedom. Colonies once oppressed now joined the human-led coalition, providing fighters, engineers, and resources. Every victory was calculated, every move precise, but humanity's true strength was not technology alone. It was spirit. Humans fought for more than strategy or survival. They fought for hope, independence, and the freedom of all intelligent species. The final confrontation occurred in the Hallian Expanse, the Council's central command region. Council forces had gathered in strength, determined to annihilate humanity. Massive warships filled the void, shielded by energy fields and armed with the most advanced weapons the galaxy had ever seen. Captain Arya and her fleet approached with calm determination. Every ship, every pilot, every AI system was ready. Humans had learned from every battle, adapted to every strategy, and now controlled the pace of the engagement. "Engage," Arya commanded. The battle was monumental. Council fleets fired massive energy beams, launching squadrons of attack drones and elite boarding teams. Humans responded with coordinated strikes, ambushes, and AI-guided tactics that anticipated every Council move. Stealth ships disabled key shields, while orbital bombardments neutralized command installations. Rebel colonies attacked from unexpected angles, further disrupting Council coordination. Every engagement demonstrated human ingenuity, courage, and unity. Even the most advanced Council officers struggled to adapt. They had faced strong species before, but none like humans. Humans thought differently, acted boldly, and never gave up. As the battle reached its peak, Arya led a strike team against the Council's central command ship. Boarding teams moved with precision, disabling weapons and communication arrays. Engineers repurposed Council systems, turning their own technology against them. Inside the command ship, Arya faced the Council representatives virtually. "Your vote against Earth was your final mistake," she said firmly. "You underestimated humanity, and now the galaxy will see the truth. We are not just survivors. We are leaders, innovators, and protectors of freedom." The Council attempted to retaliate, but human forces had already taken control of the battle. Systems were disabled, fleets trapped, and morale shattered. The Council had lost. With the Council defeated, humans did not destroy, they liberated. Colonies were freed, systems were stabilized, and communications networks broadcast messages of unity and hope. Humans had proven that power could be wielded with strategy, courage, and ethics. Captain Arya addressed the liberated colonies and fleets. "Today we have shown the galaxy that humanity cannot be controlled, cannot be predicted, and cannot be defeated. We fight not for conquest but for freedom. Together we can shape a galaxy that values courage, innovation, and unity." The Council, humbled and defeated, was forced to acknowledge humanity's power. They had underestimated a single species, only to be undone by creativity, courage, and adaptability. Galactic laws were rewritten, colonies were liberated, and humans were recognized as a major galactic power. The vote against Earth meant to suppress had instead sparked a revolution. Humanity had not only survived, they had triumphed. On Earth, celebrations were immense but dignified. Scientists, engineers, soldiers, and civilians all shared in the victory. Humanity had proven that intelligence, ingenuity, and unity could overcome even the most advanced forces in the galaxy. Captain Arya stood on the bridge of the command station one last time, looking at the stars. "They thought they could vote against us," she said softly. "They thought they could stop us. But humans never give up. Humans never surrender, and now, the galaxy knows it." Rajiv smiled beside her. "They will never underestimate us again." The galaxy had learned an important lesson. Humans are relentless, inventive, and brave. They adapt, they fight, and they rise stronger from every challenge. The Council's vote had been their final mistake, and humanity's triumph had reshaped the stars themselves. From that day forward, Earth was no longer just a small, insignificant planet. It was a beacon of hope, a symbol of courage, and a force to be reckoned with across the galaxy. Humans had not only survived, they had changed the course of history, and the galaxy would never forget it. Earth was alive with tension. Across the globe, screens displayed the same breaking news. 10 human students had been captured by the Galactic Council, a coalition of alien civilizations far beyond Earth's technology. Panic and fear mixed with anger. People demanded action. Leaders debated strategies while scientists and engineers worked around the clock. At the United Nations Space Command headquarters, a massive structure orbiting Earth, Admiral Lena Kale paced across the strategy room. She was tall, stern, and always seemed to carry the weight of responsibility effortlessly. Beside her, Dr. Rami Chen typed rapidly on a holographic keyboard, his mind already calculating complex solutions for communication, stealth, and rescue. The Council is powerful, Lena said, her voice firm. They have fleets capable of destroying planets. They may think humans are weak. They're wrong. But we must be smart. We cannot rush blindly, Rami nodded. We can't match them ship for ship. But humans excel at strategy, unpredictability, and improvisation. If we use stealth, AI, and unconventional tactics, we can outmaneuver them. The key is speed and clever planning. Meanwhile, across Earth, the public was reacting in a mixture of fear and pride. News outlets covered every development. Families of the captured students prayed, while young people everywhere created messages of support and solidarity. Social media platforms overflowed with hashtags like "Bring our students home" and "Yes, humans are unstoppable." Politicians argued over the best course of action. Some urged caution, afraid of angering the Galactic Council and sparking a war that Earth could not survive. Others insisted that humanity could not let 10 of its brightest be taken without fighting. At a special session of the United Earth Assembly, Lena stood before the Council. We do not face simple captors. The Council believes they are the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy. They underestimate humanity. 10 students are more than just lives, they represent the human spirit. We have technology, strategy, and ingenuity on our side. We will act. The Assembly debated, but eventually it became clear. Earth would launch a rescue operation. In the space above Earth, the rescue fleet was taking shape. Ships of all sizes were being retrofitted with advanced stealth technology. Engineers tested cloaking shields, propulsion systems, and AI-assisted targeting. Every detail mattered. Every calculation counted. Admiral Lena led the fleet, her presence inspiring confidence. We have one chance to do this right, she told the crew. We are not just rescuing students. We are showing the galaxy that humanity does not back down. Remember, unpredictability is our weapon. Use your brains, use your courage, and stay alert. Rami Chen, standing beside her, added, Our AI systems will assist you, but humans are always better at adapting. Think creatively. Every crew member has a role. The students are counting on us. Back on the Galactic Council station, the 10 students had begun to understand more about their captors. The aliens were highly intelligent but rigid and overly reliant on structure. They could predict actions only when those actions followed logic. Aiden observed the alien guards, noting their movements, response times, and patterns. They're strong, yes, he whispered to Lyra and Jalen, but they think linearly. Humans think outside the line. That's our advantage. Lyra nodded, adjusting a tiny robot on her wrist. We can use that. If we send signals or leave subtle clues, maybe Earth can find us faster. We have to be clever, not just strong. Jalen grinned. I've already started. Tiny data packets hidden in their system. Hard for them to notice. Easy for Earth to find if they know where to look. Sophia looked at all of them and smiled. This is why they underestimated us. They took humans for our physical abilities, but our minds are sharper than they imagine. We'll prove it. As Earth's fleet prepared, intelligence reports arrived. Reconnaissance drones had begun to analyze the Council's patrol routes, fleet size, and defenses. Each report painted a picture of immense power but also rigidity. A holographic map of deep space displayed alien sectors, patrol patterns, and possible rescue paths. Lena studied it carefully. We can't attack directly, she said. They are too strong. But there's a gap in their surveillance here and here. She pointed to 2 areas on the map. If we move fast and smart, we can slip through. Timing is everything. Rami added. The students' signals confirm. They're leaving subtle clues. Coordinates hidden in patterns. Weak points in the station's defenses. If we interpret them correctly, we can reach them. Lena nodded. Then we combine our strengths. Earth's ingenuity, human unpredictability, and our fleet's stealth. The Council thinks they are untouchable. Let's show them otherwise. Back on the Council station, the students had their first real chance to act. They carefully activated small robots, programmed to gather information and interact with the station's systems. Lyra's mechanical helpers moved silently, avoiding cameras, collecting energy readings, and even mapping the guards' routines. Aiden observed the aliens' communication systems. They transmit in bursts. We can encode our signals into their data stream. If we do it right, Earth can detect it, but the Council won't notice. Jalen worked on it. I'm in. Tiny encryption. Human code hidden inside alien code. Earth will recognize it instantly. Sophia reminded them. We cannot act recklessly. Every step must be calculated. We are the human advantage. The Council fears our unpredictability, but only if we use it wisely. On Earth, Lena and Rami prepared for the first test mission. A small fleet of stealth ships was ready to slip into the border sector near Andromeda, unseen by Council patrols. The mission was risky. If discovered, the fleet would face destruction. Remember, Lena told her team, the goal is to locate the students first. No heroics. No unnecessary risks. Humans are clever, but the Council is ruthless. Get in, find them, and get out. Rami added, the AI will assist, but your judgment is crucial. Watch for anything unusual. The students may have left signals we don't fully understand yet. Stay alert. The ships launched, sleek and silent, slipping past Earth's atmosphere and into deep space. The crew was tense but determined. Every crew member knew the stakes. Humanity's first move had begun. Meanwhile, aboard the Council station, the students were already putting their plan into motion. Small signals pulsed quietly from the station's systems hidden in complex alien code. Robots moved silently, mapping corridors, documenting guard patrols, and leaving minute signs for the rescue fleet. Aiden whispered, they'll never expect humans to coordinate like this under captivity. But they will notice changes if we make mistakes. Precision matters, Lyra smiled. Then we do it right. Every small step counts. We're already fighting, even without weapons. Sophia nodded. And that's human strength. Courage, intelligence, teamwork. They can capture our bodies, but not our minds. Not our spirit. Days passed. The rescue fleet moved cautiously, avoiding patrols, analyzing signals, and interpreting the students' hidden codes. Every small success increased morale back on Earth. People cheered when reconnaissance drones confirmed the fleet had detected faint human-coded signals from deep. Within the Council station, Lena's voice came over the comms, steady and determined. This is the moment we've trained for. Keep sharp. Watch for anything unusual. We are humans. We adapt, we fight, and we never give up. Rami added, every calculation, every strategy, every creative idea counts. The Council may be powerful, but they cannot predict human ingenuity. That is our edge. Back on the station, the students felt a glimmer of hope. They had no idea how close the fleet was, but they knew Earth had not forgotten them. Aiden whispered to his friends, we are not alone. Help is coming. We just need to hold on and stay clever. Lyra looked at the tiny robots moving across the floor, and when they arrive, we'll be ready. The Council has underestimated humans. Always. Sophia smiled, her eyes shining with determination. Then let's make them remember what humanity is capable of. Not just 10 students. All of us. In the vast expanse of space, two forces were quietly preparing. The students, armed with intelligence and courage, and humanity, armed with strategy, ingenuity, and determination. The stage was set, a rescue operation was underway, and the first sparks of what could become a galactic conflict were quietly igniting. Humanity was ready to prove that even in the face of overwhelming odds, humans were unpredictable, clever, and unyielding. The deep void of space stretched endlessly, cold and silent, as humanity's rescue fleet approached the edge of Galactic Council territory. Each ship glinted faintly under the distant light of a nearby star. Despite their size, these ships moved with precision and stealth, cloaked in technology designed to evade the Council's advanced sensors. On board the flagship, Admiral Lena Kale stood on the observation deck, looking at the fleet's holographic display. Patrol routes, defensive satellites, and alien outposts were marked in bright lines and dots. Every detail mattered. Every movement counted. This is it, Lena said quietly, almost to herself. One wrong step and it's over. But humans do not fail when we think outside the line. We adapt, we survive, and we win. Beside her, Dr. Rami Chen adjusted the AI interface controlling the fleet. Stealth is operational. Sensors calibrated. Communications encrypted. The students' hidden signals have given us coordinates that bypass most patrols. But we need to move carefully. The Council is not forgiving. The crews of smaller vessels worked in tense silence, checking thrusters, shields, and weapon systems. Although their mission was primarily a rescue, every member knew that fighting might be inevitable. Humanity's advantage was unpredictability, but they could not underestimate the Council's firepower. Meanwhile, inside the Council detention station, the 10 students were preparing for the chance they hoped would come. Their time in captivity had allowed them to learn the station's structure, guard patterns, and technology systems. Aiden and Jalen were huddled near a console, whispering. "The Council doesn't expect us to coordinate with Earth from here," Aiden said. "We have to make our signals clear but hidden. Every second counts," Jalen smirked. "Already done. Tiny data packets embedded in the alien network. Earth will detect them. They won't notice until it's too late." Lyra, moving quietly along the corridor, activated several small robots she had secretly built. They crawled across the floor and walls, scanning for security weaknesses. "We'll guide the rescue fleet through the safest paths. They won't even know we're helping until they see the signs." Sophia gathered the group. "Remember, every action is calculated. We cannot panic. We cannot make mistakes. This is our chance to show them what humans can do." Even in captivity, the students' courage and cleverness were their weapons. Every small movement, every subtle signal was a step toward freedom. Back in space, Lena gave the order. "Approach the outer perimeter quietly. Avoid detection at all costs. Once we are in position, we wait for the signal." The fleet slipped past the first set of patrols, each ship moving in silence, their shields absorbing minor energy pulses from alien scanners. The officers in the bridge rooms held their breath as the holographic sensors flickered and blinked. "Outer perimeter cleared," a voice announced. "No signs of detection. Students' signals are faint but stable." "Good," Lena replied. "Proceed to secondary checkpoints. Stay alert. The Council is strong, but humans are clever." Inside the Council station, a new complication arose. One of the guards, noticing a tiny anomaly in the monitoring system, moved closer to investigate. The students froze. Aiden whispered, "Stay calm. Don't move. Let the robot continue." The small robot, nearly invisible, projected a faint holographic shadow, distracting the guard. The alien paused, confused by the irregular movement. Then, satisfied it was nothing, it moved on. Lyra exhaled quietly. "We can't do this forever, but it's enough to buy time for Earth." Jalen added, "Time is on our side. Humans are unpredictable. We're already inside their systems in ways they can't track. The rescue is closer than they think." The fleet reached the outer rings of the station. Lena's ship, sleek and dark, hovered near the station's docking bay. Cameras scanned continuously, but the AI calculated blind spots and predicted patrol rotations. "Docking paths are clear for 10 minutes, Rami reported. After that, detection probability increases exponentially. 10 minutes is all we need, Lena said. "Prepare the boarding teams." The boarding teams, composed of the most skilled operatives, suited up in reinforced exoskeletons equipped with cutting-edge technology. Their mission: infiltrate the station, locate the students, and extract them. As the teams approached the station, Aiden and Lyra guided them using subtle signals. Tiny lights, minor energy fluctuations, and encoded messages directed the fleet toward the safest entry points. Inside the station, tension was high. Every corridor echoed with the soft hum of the alien systems. Guards patrolled in pairs, moving predictably but efficiently. The students timed their actions carefully. Jalen whispered, "Now activate the signals." Hidden devices activated across the station. Subtle lights flickered, doors unlocked silently, and minor systems malfunctioned just enough to confuse the guards. The boarding teams detected the signals immediately. On Lena's ship, she smiled. "They're in position. Boarding teams, proceed." Small pods detached from the ships and glided silently toward the station. Using magnetic clamps, they attached to the hull and deployed docking tubes. The teams entered, weapons at the ready, but aware that stealth and speed were their most important allies. The students moved carefully toward the docking areas. Every corner, every shadow was considered. Lyra's robots scouted ahead, disabling minor security measures and opening paths. Aiden whispered, "Keep calm. This is exactly what we practiced." "One step at a time," Sophia reminded them. "Remember, fear is their tool. Our courage is ours. Stay focused." Finally, the students reached the docking area just as the boarding teams arrived. Quick hand signals exchanged and the two groups met. Relief washed over everyone, but there was no time for celebration. As they moved together through the station, alarms suddenly blared. The council had detected a minor breach. Red lights flashed across the corridors. "Compromise detected," a metallic voice announced. "All personnel must secure the area." The students froze for a second, then moved quickly. Using the robots and their knowledge of the station's layout, they created diversions. Hallways were blocked, doors sealed behind them, and the boarding teams advanced under cover. Lena's voice echoed in their comms. "Stay together. Follow the path. Extraction point is ahead. We move fast, we move smart, and we don't look back." The students, for the first time in days, felt hope surge. They were not alone. Humanity had come for them. Every step they took was a testament to their courage, intelligence, and teamwork. Aiden glanced at the boarding team. "We are doing it. We are humans. They cannot predict us completely. We can win this," Lyra added. "We've done everything we can. Now it's time for Earth to finish it." The chase through the station intensified. Alien guards were everywhere, but the combined efforts of the students and the boarding teams allowed them to stay ahead. Explosions of minor energy pulses from the robots and careful misdirection created confusion among the council forces. Rami's AI calculations guided the teams to the extraction point. 10 seconds to docking," the voice announced. The students reached the pods just as the last wave of guards appeared. The boarding teams covered them, weapons ready, moving with precision and coordination. Finally, the group reached the docking pods. Magnetic clamps engaged and the pods detached from the station. Inside, the students and boarding teams breathed heavily, relief and adrenaline mixing in equal measure. Lena's voice came over the comms, calm and proud. "All personnel accounted for. Return to the fleet. Earth is proud of you." Aiden looked at his friends. "We did it. We're going home." Lyra smiled, adjusting her robot on her wrist. "And we've proven what humans can do even against the odds," Sophia nodded. "This is just the beginning. The galaxy will remember humanity now." As the pods rejoined the fleet, the council station receded behind them, massive and imposing. But humanity had struck a blow that went beyond mere rescue. They had demonstrated courage, intelligence, and teamwork, the qualities that made humans unpredictable, dangerous, and respected. Even as the fleet moved toward safer space, Lena knew the operation was only the beginning. The council would respond. Battles would come. Humanity would have to fight not just for rescue, but for its place in the galaxy. But for now, the first victory was theirs. 10 students, once captured and powerless, were free. Humanity had shown that even in the face of overwhelming strength, cleverness and courage could prevail. The escape pods glided through the blackness of space, carrying the 10 human students and the boarding teams back toward the safety of the Earth fleet. The council station loomed behind them, a massive fortress of alien design, its metal surfaces gleaming in the faint starlight. Every moment brought tension, every blink held the possibility of detection. Aiden Cross, sitting beside Lyra Kim in one of the pods, felt his heart race. "We did it. We actually did it," he whispered, barely daring to breathe. Lyra's eyes were sharp, scanning the pod's readouts. "Not yet. We're not safe until we reach the fleet. The council will be looking for us now." Jalen Ortiz leaned against the wall, fingers tracing patterns on his tablet. "They won't stop us if we're smart. Every signal we sent was meant to guide Earth to us. They can't predict all our moves." Sophia Voss, always the calm voice of reason, looked at the group. "Remember, stay focused. Panic will help them more than it will help us." Back on the fleet, Admiral Lena Kale's eyes were fixed on the holographic display of the pods. "They're coming in from the station's north perimeter," she said. "Sensors detect minor energy surges. Council forces are mobilizing. Keep the fleet ready for interception if needed." Dr. Rami Chen adjusted the AI interface. "The Council's response time is slower than expected. The pod should reach us without engagement if we maintain speed and stealth." The pods approached the fleet cautiously, weaving through the outer defense grid, avoiding detection beams and orbital sensors. Crew members held their breath, following every movement of the pods and monitoring Council patrols. Finally, the pods reached the fleet. Magnetic clamps engaged and the students and boarding teams were safely pulled aboard. Cheers erupted across the ships, voices echoing through corridors that had been tense for days. Once aboard the flagship, the students were debriefed and given time to recover. Their first moments of safety were quiet, filled with relief and exhausted smiles. Yet there was no time to waste. A holographic map appeared before Lena, showing the council station and nearby patrol fleets. "They've already begun reorganizing," she said. "They won't let this slide. The students are safe for now, but this will provoke a reaction." Rami's AI analysis confirmed it. The council underestimated humanity. They expected compliance, not resistance. This rescue proves that humans cannot be controlled or predicted easily. They will retaliate, but our position is stronger now. Aiden, still catching his breath, asked, They took us because they feared us, right? Because humans are unpredictable? Lena nodded. Exactly. And that unpredictability is our greatest strength. They thought they were observing subjects. Instead, they're witnessing what humans can accomplish even under extreme conditions. Meanwhile, across council territory, the alien leaders convened in a massive chamber. They were tall, elegant, and unyielding, but tension filled the room. "The humans have escaped," one of the leaders said, its voice like metal scraping against glass. This was not predicted. "Their intelligence, coordination, and creativity exceed our expectations. They are dangerous," another council member replied. "Dangerous? They are children, yet they acted with courage and cunning. Perhaps we misjudged humanity. They are capable of more than we anticipated." The first leader's gaze hardened. "Then we must respond. If humans are allowed to act freely, they will upset the balance of the galaxy. Prepare the fleets. We will strike, and we will ensure humanity understands its place." The students had not only survived, they had challenged the council's perception of humans, and that revelation would have far-reaching consequences. Back on the fleet, the rescued students were celebrated as heroes, but they were far from idle. Each of them shared intelligence gathered during captivity. Aiden and Lyra detailed the station's layout, security measures, and guard behavior. Jalen explained the alien digital systems and how they could be subtly manipulated. Sophia outlined possible weaknesses in the council's assumptions about human behavior. Lena listened carefully. "This information is invaluable. With it, we can plan for what comes next. The council now knows humans are not easily controlled, but they do not yet understand the full extent of our capabilities. That gives us leverage." The students looked at one another, pride and determination in their eyes. They had survived, they had resisted, and they had contributed to humanity's growing strength in the galaxy. The next stage was the escape from council territory entirely. The fleet's path led them past patrol fleets and energy barriers. Using a combination of stealth maneuvers, AI-predicted blind spots, and student-guided intelligence, the pods navigated the dangers with precision. At one point, a council patrol ship appeared directly in their path. Lena's voice came over the comms, calm but commanding. "Evasive maneuvers now. Follow the signal paths exactly. Trust the students' guidance." The fleet executed a series of complex maneuvers, dodging the patrol without detection. Energy shields flickered as minor collisions with small debris occurred, but the fleet remained intact. Every officer knew that the council expected humans to panic or fail. Humanity had proven them wrong once, and they would do it again. As the fleet moved into safer space, the students finally had a chance to breathe. Aiden spoke first. "I can't believe how close it was. One wrong move and we wouldn't be here." Lyra adjusted her robot on the wrist. "We survived because we stayed smart, calm, and worked together. Humans don't give up easily. That's why the council feared us," Sophia added. "And now the galaxy knows it. We have made our mark, not just for ourselves, but for all of humanity." Jalen smirked. "I'm just glad we didn't have to fight with lasers this time. Stealth and brains win the day." But even in their relief, the students understood the larger reality. The council would not ignore this humiliation. Their actions had sparked something far bigger. Lena addressed the group. "You've proven your courage and intelligence, but this is only the beginning. The council will retaliate, and we must be prepared. Humanity cannot wait for them to act. We need to be ready for the challenges ahead." Rami nodded. "The students' insights are invaluable. We now know their weaknesses and their thinking patterns. That knowledge allows us to plan the next steps carefully. The council will regret underestimating humans." Suddenly, the AI system on board the flagship picked up a new set of transmissions. The council fleet was mobilizing faster than anticipated. Patrols were converging on multiple points, and warning signals indicated that retaliation was imminent. Lena's eyes narrowed. "They think they can intimidate us. They think fear will stop humans. They're wrong. Prepare defensive formations. We're leaving council space, but we must be ready for engagement. Humanity doesn't back down. The students, now understanding the scale of what was happening, shared their plans for possible future encounters. Small robots, coded signals, and improvised tactics could all be used to outwit the council in battles to come. Aiden, speaking to Lena, said, "We can help in ways they won't expect. Our knowledge, combined with Earth's fleet, can give humans an advantage. They've underestimated us once. They won't underestimate us again." Lena smiled. Exactly. Humans are clever, unpredictable, and fearless when we fight for what matters. That's what makes us strong. The Council will learn that the hard way. As the fleet moved farther from Council territory, a sense of unity and determination filled the crews. Humanity had struck a blow, rescued its youth, and sent a message to the galaxy. Humans could not be controlled, underestimated, or ignored. The students, once captives, now felt the weight of responsibility. Their experiences would shape humanity's future in the galaxy. Each lesson learned, every observation made, became part of a larger plan for survival, resistance, and eventual dominance. Sophia looked at her friends, determination in her eyes. This was only the first step. The Council thought they could contain us, control us. They were wrong. Next time we won't just escape, we'll fight back. Lyra nodded, gripping her robot tightly. We've proven we can survive anything. Now it's time to show the galaxy what humans are really capable of. Aiden glanced at the vastness of space through the observation window. This is just the beginning. Humanity is rising, and the Council will see it. We are not just 10 students. We are a symbol, a spark, a warning. Jalen leaned back, a rare smile on his face. Let's make sure they never forget it. As the fleet finally entered safe space near Earth, celebrations erupted, but the leaders and students knew that the war was just beginning. The Council would strike back. Humanity would need every ounce of courage, every spark of ingenuity, and every resource at its disposal. The rescue had been successful. The students were free. Humanity had shown its resilience. The galaxy had shifted. The rescue of 10 human students from the Council's grasp was not just a victory, it was a statement. Humanity had shown courage, intelligence, and unpredictability, qualities that no alien coalition could easily dismiss. But with triumph came a new reality. The Galactic Council would not forgive, and war was inevitable on board the Earth fleet. Admiral Lena Kale stood before a massive holographic map of Council territory. Stars, planets, and fleets blinked across the display. The Council's forces were mobilizing in multiple sectors, but intelligence showed gaps, weak points that humans could exploit. We have an opportunity, Lena said, her voice steady and commanding. The Council believes in power and control. They do not expect humans to fight strategically. That is our advantage. We will act with precision, intelligence, and courage. Dr. Rami Chen added, we now have the students' insights into their technology and systems. Combined with Earth's fleet, we can anticipate their moves and respond effectively. Humanity can win, not by sheer force, but by adaptability and strategy. The rescued students had quickly become part of the planning. Aiden cross-analyzed patrol routes and sensor grids. Lyra Kim improved stealth and hacking tools. Jalen Ortiz worked on AI-assisted countermeasures. Sophia Voss focused on diplomacy, identifying alien species who might ally with humanity if they saw the Council's arrogance. This is no longer just about us, Sophia said during a strategy meeting. It's about showing the galaxy that humans cannot be contained, underestimated, or ignored. Aiden nodded. We escaped once. Now we can turn the tables. Humans are creative, adaptable, and fearless. We can use the Council's assumptions against them. Lyra added, and if they come at us with strength, we'll be ready with tricks they don't see coming. The first battle occurred near the neutral planet Virelia, a hub for trade and diplomacy. The Council believed it could intimidate humanity into retreat by blockading the planet with warships. But Earth's fleet, guided by student intelligence, exploited gaps in patrol formations, using stealth ships and electronic countermeasures to bypass the blockade. The Council fleet was surprised. Human ships appeared in unexpected positions, striking weak points with precision and disappearing before counterattacks could be organized. On board the flagship, Lena watched as holographic displays showed council ships exploding in bursts of plasma. "Do not underestimate humans," she said calmly. "Every move is deliberate. Every strategy unpredictable," Rami smiled. "It's working. Humans adapt faster than their AI and technology can track. This is what the council failed to understand." Meanwhile, the students played critical roles. Aiden used advanced calculations to predict council ship maneuvers. Lyra deployed drones that interfered with alien sensors, creating illusions and false targets. Jalen hacked into minor systems, leaving trails that led council ships into traps. Sophia coordinated with neutral alien factions, convincing them that humans were allies worth supporting. The combination of human ingenuity and strategy proved devastating. Even the council's elite forces were caught off guard, unable to anticipate the unconventional tactics employed by humans. As the battle raged, the rescued students realized the full scale of their impact. "We're not just fighting for ourselves anymore," Lyra said, adjusting a drone mid-flight. "We're showing the galaxy what humans are capable of." Aiden looked at the holographic map tracking dozens of ships. "Every prediction we made is coming true. Humanity has a chance not just to survive, but to lead." Sophia nodded. "And if we can win allies among other species, we won't just be defending ourselves. We'll be forming a coalition stronger than the Council imagined." The turning point came when Council reinforcements arrived, far larger and more organized than the initial fleet. The Earth Command fleet was outnumbered, but the human advantage of unpredictability remained. Lena issued rapid orders, split into 3 formations. Use decoys and stealth to divide their attention. Students guide us through weak points. Every move counts. Humanity does not retreat. The strategy worked. Human ships used the Council's own formations against them. Traps, decoys, and electronic warfare created confusion among the alien forces. One by one, Council ships were disabled or forced to retreat. Jalen laughed quietly as he monitored the electronic battlefield. They never expected humans to fight like this. They thought power alone would dominate. They didn't account for creativity, courage, and teamwork. The humans' bold tactics inspired alien species across the galaxy. Minor factions previously aligned with the Council or neutral began to reach out secretly, offering support, information, and even ships. Sophia coordinated these alliances, careful not to reveal humans' full strength prematurely. "The galaxy is watching," she said. "Humans are unpredictable, courageous, and clever. If we show the right strength, other species will join us willingly. We're creating an alliance the Council cannot ignore." Despite the victories, the Council retaliated fiercely. The next major engagement occurred near the Zalara Belt, a region filled with asteroid fields and unstable energy zones. Council forces deployed massive warships, each bristling with weapons designed to annihilate the smaller human fleet. But humans adapted. Using student-generated intelligence, the fleet maneuvered through asteroid fields at impossible speeds, using the terrain to their advantage. Ambushes were set, with Council ships caught off guard by hidden mines, sudden energy bursts, and decoy fleets. Lena watched as holographic displays showed her fleet moving with precision. "Humans are showing the galaxy that courage and strategy are as powerful as raw strength," Rami added, "and unpredictability. The Council cannot calculate our next moves. That is why we win." Inside the Council, leaders were furious. "These humans, they defy expectations. They escaped, struck our fleets, and now they are gaining allies. This cannot continue." "But they are children," one said. "Yet their tactics are brilliant." "They are dangerous, Lena. Dangerous in ways we cannot predict." The first leader's gaze hardened. "Then we must act. We will crush humanity before it becomes a threat." Little did they know, humans were already preparing for the next stage, combining military strength, ingenuity, and alliances with neutral species. As the war escalated, the 10 students continued to play pivotal roles. Aiden calculated trajectories for long-range attacks and defensive maneuvers. Lyra modified drones to intercept and confuse enemy targeting systems. Jalen worked on hacking attempts to disable weapon systems before attacks began. Sophia strengthened interstellar diplomacy, ensuring allies were coordinated and loyal. Even without conventional military training, the students became symbols of human brilliance. Their courage and intelligence inspired the entire fleet, elevating morale and turning the tide of battle. The final confrontation came at the Council's main fleet hub, a massive cluster of ships and stations deep in controlled space. The Council, confident in their overwhelming power, expected humans to flee or surrender. Instead, the Earth fleet launched an unprecedented attack. Stealth ships struck first, disabling critical systems. Human ingenuity created diversions, drawing Council forces into traps. Drones and hacking disrupted command channels. Alien allies attacked from unexpected directions. Chaos erupted among the Council ranks. Lena commanded with precision. Move fast. Strike hard. Humans do not yield. Today the galaxy will witness our strength. In the heart of the battle, Aiden, Lyra, Jalen, and Sophia coordinated from the flagship. Their combined knowledge of the Council's systems allowed the fleet to exploit vulnerabilities with perfect timing. Council ships were forced to retreat or surrender. Sophia looked at the displays, smiling. We've done it. Humanity is not just surviving, we're leading, Lyra added, and this is just the beginning. The galaxy now knows humans are unpredictable, intelligent, and courageous. That is our power. The aftermath of the war was transformative. Humanity earned respect across multiple star systems. Alien species who once feared or ignored humans now sought alliances. The Galactic Council, humbled and wary, began negotiating rather than commanding. On Earth, celebrations were widespread. The rescued students were hailed as heroes, symbols of human courage and intelligence. Their experiences, strategies, and bravery had reshaped humanity's role in the galaxy. Admiral Lena Kale addressed a unified Earth Council. We have proven that humans cannot be underestimated. Our ingenuity, courage, and determination are our greatest weapons. We fought not just to rescue 10 students, but to show the galaxy that humanity has arrived. Rami Chen added, and this is only the beginning. With our intelligence, alliances, and unpredictability, humans can shape the galaxy for the better. The Council has learned its lesson. Never underestimate humanity. The 10 students, once captives, now looked at the stars with a new perspective. They were no longer victims, they were leaders, strategists, and symbols of what humans could achieve. Aiden whispered to Lyra, we escaped once, and now? We helped humanity rise, Lyra smiled. We proved that courage, intelligence, and teamwork can overcome anything. Humans are unstoppable when we work together, Sophia added, and the galaxy has seen it. This is just the start of humanity's journey. Jalen grinned. They thought we were unpredictable, and they were right. But now they'll never forget it. As Earth's fleet returned home, humanity stood taller in the galaxy. The